So you were married before?
Having sex was more important. I want you all to know something. Having sex was more important. I want you all to know something. Having sex was more important. I did kill him. Having sex. He was 10 years old yesterday. Having sex was... Mommy.
Mrs. Voorhees, what are you doing? Stop that!
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Mrs. Voorhees, please, give me the microphone.
Give me my boy back. You fucking...
Police Chief Kelly.
Here we go. I apologize for the person mashing ready. That annoyed you at all? It annoyed me, for sure. Only thing more annoying than the person taking their time is the person mashing ready because they couldn't wait. Whoa, whoa, what was that? What was that blinking?
I have to do something. I have to.
That was a new bug. Everything just kind of rapidly blinked. I hope nobody has epilepsy in here. That was bizarre. I guess if you do, you know now. What the fudge? The whole game is blinking out, guys. Look at this. This is the weirdest bug I've ever seen. We've seen everything on this channel, guys. We have experienced every bug now.
I hope I'm doing
We can now
this right.
say that we have seen literally every bug that this game has to offer. And this is the absolute worst. Oh my gosh. I didn't think it was going to continue beyond what we saw in the beginning there. Let's hope it doesn't do it anymore. That is bizarre. Like, you could still see the icons on the screen, but you couldn't see anything else. Like, you still see, like, the names and, like, if the cars got little... Look at that. What is happening?
Right.
The mini-map stays there, too. Just everything else... I want to escape from this match. Just get me the heck out of here, guys. Find those keys, girl. You better find those keys. It's like I'm getting momentary blindness over here. What is happening? Like, seriously. I have never seen this particular bug in like 600 hours now of gameplay. Never. This place been searched. Only somewhat. Left the radio. Not that I need it, but might as well have it. Just glad it's not blinking right now. It's so disorienting when it does that. I've never seen that before. Thank you so much for the raid, SDB Mania. That is super, super awesome, honey. You are the best. Let me put a shout out here. But yeah, my game was blinking a second ago. I've never seen this particular bug. Like, the whole screen went dark rapidly. And, like, all you would see are the icons. It was really weird. Look at this raid. This is awesome. Thank you so much, SDB Mania. Let me give you the shout out here. It's going good. I just finished playing the new Walking Dead episode because I missed out on it originally. You know, I didn't know that it'd come out. So I finished that, and then when I started on here, the game started doing this new bug where everything was blinking completely dark, and all you would see was the icons. Luckily, it's not doing it right now, but that was insane. Hey, Leye! How you doing, honey? I hope you had a good stream too, honey. SDB Mania. Look, it's doing it again. It's blinking. What? What's going on here? This is insane. This is the weirdest bug. Look, you can still see my icons, but everything else goes dark. I wonder if anybody else in this match is having the same bug. Everything just starts blinking like crazy. You haven't played in a long time? Yeah, they're really good, especially the most recent ones. They've done a really good job with making them more interactive and less of just the usual. I'm glad to hear your stream was good, hon. You're always super, super sweet. I'm on Xbox One. This is the first time I've seen this bug, though. I played this game for 600 hours. I've never seen this bug. Like, this isn't my capture software, because my capture software is built into my console. This is actually part of the game that I'm seeing right now on my end. What's that blue stuff you see over there? Look at the blue stuff! What is this? What is going on? It's like there's some kind of blue stuff in the sky. Look, I'm following the blue stuff. I want to believe, guys. I want to believe. I'd never seen the bug either on Xbox. This is my first time seeing this bug in 600 hours. So yes, it's annoying, and if you have epilepsy, please leave the stream now, because I don't want you having a seizure because of this. I would feel horrible if something happened to you because of me. But yeah, this is really, really ridiculous, so everything's blinking. And I still shot him accurately, even without being able to see him. I know, right? Yeah, I might need to. This is... I'll see if it carries over into the next match, and if it does, then I'll restart it. This is... This is insane. It's the first time I've seen this bug. Which is funny to say, because I feel like I've seen everything in this game by now, but no, there's always something new. It seems to happen worse in certain areas, like it's not blinking right now. I need to get some stamina. This guy will allow me to buy some time to get some stamina. As long as he doesn't shift grab me here in a second. Of course, our fear level's high, so our stamina's taking forever to recharge. It'd be easier if I was inside of a cabin, of course. Yeah, that is definitely weird. His mask has been knocked off here. Is Tommy in the match? Tommy's in the match. I don't know where his shack is on this map, but if I can find it, I would totally go do it. Try to kill him anyways with the screen blinking. Is this what they call a blind playthrough, guys? Where everything just kind of goes completely dark and you can't say anything every now and then? AJ's a pack-a-day smoker, apparently. The way that she breathes. I think they might have already found a shack. This looks like a good spot for it. Yep, there it is. Now, did they already grab the sweater? Guess I'll find out. Oh, it's trapped!
Oh God, no!
I usually trap this check when I'm Jason too, but I was the only one. Oh, someone has grabbed the sweater. What's Jason doing? I just walked up in his house. His alarm should be going off. Jason, they're here to get me. Hey, there's the sweater girl right there. They're definitely trying to kill Jason here. Good to see she's still alive. I hate looking for the sweater, saying it's gone, and then it turns out somebody died with it. Only one dead, though, is LaChapa, and he's not going to be wearing the sweater, right? Thank you so much for the host, Leye. It's super sweet, honey. You and STB Mania are awesome. What was that sound? It's kind of an animal. Oh, I love that little emote, honey. Hoping there's a first aid spray somewhere around here. Of course, this house has been searched, so probably would have been grabbed by now. Here's a propane tank and propane accessories. Try standing this way and doing it. It's usually the better way to do it. Oh, thank you so much, honey. That is super, super sweet. She didn't get to see me using that emote, but it's a thought that counts, right? Save my shot. What's going on? Game froze up for a second there. Whenever it does that, I wonder if it's for everybody in the match, or... I guess it is, because otherwise Jason would have used that opportunity to get me, right? The other car is going too, of course. We've got a convoy over here. That's right, Tommy. I hope you're a good driver, honey. Oh, I should just hop in the driver's seat myself.
Oh my God, I can't look.
We're gonna play musical car here. Alright, we'll do that. I'll go in this one now. You wanna go in that one? You got this? If I'd had a map, I would have drove out myself. Though, of course, I know the way. Just go south. I just like to know where Jason is. Of course, now I do know, because it's on the mini-map. There he is. You have to do this in reverse. It honestly handles better in reverse. What are they doing? They should have just kept going in reverse. See, I knew I should have drove.
Jason, Mother is talking to you.
They're gonna get him.
Put the weapon
I think
down
they got him.
and come to Mom.
Finish him. Push the button,
That's
honey.
a
Push the
good
damn
boy.
button. Finish him. What's going on? No. What? All you gotta do is push a button. Tommy, I am so disappointed in you.
Time to get out of here.
Just run over Tommy. It's useless anyway. Just run him the fudge over. Like, what are you doing, honey?
Fuck you, Jason.
I know, right? Exactly. Tommy had a bat. Oh, right. That makes sense. He was trying to kill him with a bat. I wasn't even looking because I just assumed he had an axe. That's funny. He had a bat.
Help! Oh God!
They're gonna use me as a distraction. Not even fair. I wish I'd have just driven. If I'd have drove, that wouldn't have happened. I know, right? Yeah, you need the axe.
Holy shit! It started!
There's one in Tommy's shack, right? So if you're the sweater girl, you should always just deliver it in front of Tommy. It's like a wedding ring.
No!
Absolutely a bad Tommy. Imagine killing Jason with a baseball bat. That wouldn't even make sense, like, in any context. Imagine that happening in a movie, just beating Jason to death with a baseball bat.
Come on, chicken shit!
Blunt objects
Come on, you
just
pussy.
generally aren't enough. It's a shame that once they waste that sweater, it's gone.
No!
I kind of wish there was some way. Some way for the sweater to come back. You know, I'm sure Pamela had more than one sweater, right? Just go through her clothing drawer. What I would have done was made like one random drawer have like, you know, an alternative to her sweater. Random drawer in the game. But only after it's been discovered the first time. And then, you know, you'd have that backup. Because you still have to find that drawer too, so... It'd be nice to see something like that.
Please, no!
Oh, there went Tommy.
Why won't you fucking die?
Because he hit him with the bat, honey, that's why. Look at her face. Just soaked in blood. The AJ on a pole match was a bit much, even for WCW.
My sweet, sweet.
Look at it blinking again. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at the blue in the sky. Look at this stuff. What is going on? There's all this blue in the sky and it keeps blinking. It looks like a magic 8-ball in the sky. That's what it reminds me of, because it's got that kind of like blue glow in the darkness. I used to love that about magic 8-balls. These look so cool. I used to always think they looked like adorable. When I was a kid, it was like the most amazing thing. Like, can this thing really predict stuff? You know? Yeah, I just hope that it doesn't blink like that all the time. Because I do like that little blue thing, but I don't want to see it blink like that all the time. That is the weirdest thing. Every time I think I've seen all the crazy bugs this game has to offer, there's more. And honestly, I kind of like it. Because sometimes they can be really interesting. Sometimes they can be really cute. I want to document all these bugs. All the time I played this game, I should be a beta tester or something, some kind of bug tester. Not beta tester, but like, you know, play tester or some kind of thing. Patch tester. And that's still not the worst bug. The worst one's when the A button doesn't work at all. When that happens, it's just over. When that happens, you'll know because you'll shoot the flare gun or the rifle and you'll still be holding it in your hands even though you shot it, which they usually just throw it on the ground because all the guns in this game only get one shot. They're all like disposable cameras. They've got disposable guns. One shot and just throw them away. Yeah, when that bug happens, they don't throw them away. They're still holding them in their hands, and that's because the bug's going on, and you won't be able to interact with anything when that happens. Doors, windows. So I say that one's definitely the worst. Second worst, I'd say, is when the buttons disappear. Like, you can't tell which buttons you're supposed to push when you're repairing something, so you won't be able to see if it's left bumper or right bumper, you just have to guess. That one can be also pretty bad. And I think this blinking screen thing is going to take number 3. For sure.
I gotta find the others.
If it happens again, let's see. I hope not, because I don't want to have to restart everything. So far, so good. But yeah, it was almost like it was specifically a problem with 3-dimensional objects within the game and not like the 2-dimensional ones, because you could still see the icons when it was blinking. You could still see the mini-map, but you couldn't see anything that was rendered in 3D, so it was just something like... something specifically wrong with that, I guess. You know, I'm no expert. Only thing I programmed is an RPG Maker game. Was still fun to do. Yeah, looking good so far. First aid this early is always good, especially if you have to do the second story trolling, jumping out the window. Which is usually a last resort, you know. And like I said, all these houses have a manual of occultism. Like, how many people are into the occult here? You think of like the Heaven's Gate cult here, just some kind of crazy, or like Jonestown, you know? They're just like everybody's just into the occult, supernatural, like sacrifices and stuff. It's like having the Necronomicon from Evil Dead just laying around in every house. Like, hey, here's a Necronomicon, and over here, hey, here's a Necronomicon over here. It's like, how many of these things are there? And how many counselors are into this stuff? Are they out there just like sacrificing chickens and stuff? Arise, chicken. Arise. You know what would be really sad is if they sacrificed a Peep. Peeps are so cute. I don't know why that would be sadder. Peeps aren't even alive. They're just Peeps. They're made of marshmallow. But I still wouldn't want to see one sacrificed. I can't even eat Peeps because they're too cute. They're just too cute. Plus they're marshmallow and I'm a vegetarian, but you know what I mean? They're just too cute. Back when I still ate that stuff, I still couldn't eat them. Oh yeah, I've been titling my streams like that every now and then. Just when I can't think of anything else, I just basically put the actual date. Sometimes I'll add 10th to the end just for the laughs. But yeah. Also kind of helps me remember the date later on when I upload it to YouTube. No, I rarely check my YouTube. I'll have like comments that I'll never check and I'll feel so bad. I'll go to my YouTube and I'll be like, oh my god, I never replied to all these people's comments. I'll feel so horrible. Just because I never check YouTube anymore. It's like I don't use it like I use Twitch, you know? I use Twitch all the time, but YouTube I just don't go on as much. Still gotta upload all my VODs there, though. Of course, none of the mirrors in this game actually work. Yeah, YouTube was basically where I started off. I used to just record, like, no commentary, long plays. Like, the lowest effort kind of content right there, you know? But that's only because I was so shy. I mean, I've wanted to use my voice back then, but I was extremely shy. So I just have these no commentary long plays I knew nobody would ever watch, and wound up getting a lot more views on those than I expected, though. Like 62 subscribers on YouTube. That's like since 2012, so that's not really much when you think of it as like since 2012. Like I said, I didn't use a mic back then at all. Never replied to comments or anything, so I was super shy. My most popular thing is just where I uploaded the Rise of the Dragon soundtrack, though, because they don't even have that on So Far's domain. Where they usually have like every game soundtrack. Like, they don't even have it there. And like I said, that's a site that normally has like all the game soundtracks, right? They didn't have it on YouTube at all either. Except they had the MT32 version at one time later on. Yeah, I have a YouTube, but just I rarely use it anymore. Except to upload my VODs, of course. What's going on in this match anyway? I feel like, okay. Oh, it's just me and another AJ left. Jason just sitting around, just wondering where we're at. We got our high stealth and everything. He's just waiting for rage mode, basically. It's like, I can't wait for rage mode so I can see where they're at. That's what he's thinking. Poor Jason. But it's like, yeah, my YouTube, you can still see my first playthrough of Resident Evil 7 and whatnot when it was still really scary for me. It's just, I wish I'd have had a mic back then so you could have heard what I thought on some of those parts, because I was pretty scared. Resident Evil 7's pretty scary the first time through. Pocket knife. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Kicked. I don't remember seeing that kill. Oh, I guess that's the soccer kick. Yeah, that must be what that is. That one you get for like 149. I have that one, I just don't use it as much because it takes forever for it to pop up. I use it offline sometimes. Compared to like some of the other kills that are really quickly popping up. You love horror games, you just can't play because you get scared so easily. Yeah, Emily Wants to Play was a game that was like that for me. I hate wasting my pocket knife there. Came in with that shift though out of nowhere, so it wasn't really that much of a waste. Just if I'd have been inside of a cabin, it wouldn't have happened. That's why you should always try to stay inside of a cabin in these kind of circumstances. I was just worried that if I stayed inside one, it would bore everybody. And these circumstances being when there's only one of you left and there's really no way to complete objectives at that point, yeah, you should try sticking inside of a cabin at all times. Completing an objective when you're the last left is usually impossible at that point. You just need to wait till the timer. Try to survive to the timer. Let's see, there's only 2 other houses to run between over here. One down there. Wow, there's not many cabins on this map. Fudge. Mistimed that entirely. The firecrackers are still going off? What? Yeah, you were talking about horror games that Emily Wants to Play was kind of like just too much for me because the jump scares, I can't do jump scares. I hate jump scares. Like, normally I'm okay with horror games, but jump scares drive me nuts. Like, Alien Isolation was good, though. I was a huge fan of Alien Isolation. That was the first game I got on Xbox One. It's Alien Isolation, because I love Alien, you know? It's like such a great franchise. The first one was such a good movie because it was a horror, right? The second one kind of turned into an action. I always thought Alien and The Terminator were both similar in that sense, where the first one is more of a horror. And then the second one comes along and is totally like, you know, just action. All action. And obviously I prefer the horror one. I like the first Terminator and the first Alien more than I like the second one in either case. I'm glad the match didn't blink at all there. I didn't even think about it the whole time. Like, I completely forgot. Like, that one match was blinking and the sky was blue. Like, what? Like, what was up with that? That was really weird. And it was just that one match. Out of like over 1,000 matches, that's the first time I've seen that too. I mean, it's just crazy to think about. I only know it's over 1,000 because I got that achievement a week ago or so. Never any good perks. Starting with firecrackers, Kappa. Honestly, starting with the pocket knife would be so much more useful. Hi, Yeetman1276. I hope you're having an awesome day, honey. Quiet Swimmer. Quiet Swimmer is one of the useless ones. Like, how often do you swim in the game? I'm doing good, hon. Just finished the new Walking Dead episode earlier on my stream. Thank you so much for the subscription, honey. That is awesome. That is super, super awesome. Yeet Man coming in with the awesome sub. My day's even better now, honey. That is so sweet of you. It was really fun. They actually made it so much more interactive than the other Walking Dead games had been. They had so much more to it. And it lasted for like 2.5 hours. Like the other Walking Dead episodes would go in like maybe an hour and 15 minutes. That was so, so awesome, Yeet Man 1276. And that was just like a high. That was a really awesome high. He just comes in out of nowhere, boom, hi, sub. Like, that was so awesome.
Oh god, what am I gonna do?
That messes with my OCD that there's a drink right next to the book. You know, like for me in real life, if there was a drink right next to a book like that, oh, I'd be freaking out. Like, it's gonna spill on it. Gonna ruin it. I remember once when I was a kid dropping a book in the toilet. Fishing that thing out of there and all the pages were all messed up and warped. And I was like, oh gosh. You're going to resub to Mania, but might as well mix it. Well, STB Mania is awesome too. STB Mania is super, super cool. Like he does and rating me like he does. Friday the 13th community in general is just all very awesome people. Like, I've heard people say that the Friday the 13th community can be toxic and this, that, and the other, but not for me. Like, most everybody I've met on Friday the 13th has been super awesome. Both on Twitch and in the game. Like, I've had people send me messages apologizing because they couldn't hit Jason with the bat in time. Like, that's so sweet. Like, you actually took time to send me a message to apologize for that. You know, when Jason grabs me and they couldn't get him in time, it's like, wow. That's for my first sub emote. I'm still working on getting one. So if you have any suggestions, I'm always open to them. I mean, I've thought of having something angel related. I've thought of using a first aid spray because, you know, I have this little thing I'll do where I just keep jumping out of the windows and using first aid sprays and wasting Jason's time forever. And after I'm done doing that, just looping him around furniture for a while. Those two combined usually will waste Jason's time till the end of a match. Usually start with the windows so that your fear level doesn't go up. So when he's chasing you right directly behind you, obviously it's going to be up a lot higher. Looping around tables. Okay, they've already got the battery in the other car, so I'll just install this one because why not? I'm AJ.
Oh, thank God it actually fit.
Anytime I'm a repair character, I feel like I have to repair everything. I can, because why not? You're a repair character, that's your job. What the fudge? Okay, they trapped an unlocked house on the outside. Good thing I've got thick skin. I'm not even going to open that trap back up. I think someone else is. Someone else just walked back out there. Now that the door's locked, I guess it's a little safer. Nobody will be going up to the front of it. But having it on an unlocked door like that, that's just like trying to troll a counselor. Hey, gas! It's all set. We're all set. I better take it to the 4-seater, though. Worse then again, this is the 2-seater's gas, right? Because they always have one near each car, so... On one hand, it messes with my OCD that I should just be using this over here because it's this car's gas, but... It doesn't matter. Jason over there? Yes, he is. If I had keys, I would just, like, fill this up and get out of here right now. I guess I could make an end run around the south. It's really the only other way to avoid running directly into Jason. We'll cut across this area down here. Hey, Judge Buell! Thank you so much for being so sweet, calling me gorgeous. If I cut around this way, it should be under Jason's radar, hopefully. Feels weird taking this route. Really going the scenic route here, going all the way around. Get my stamina back too. Do a quick little dance. Hope you're having an awesome day, Judge Buell. Did they already find the gas for this car or something? Yes, they did. I snaked my way all the way around to get back over here. Oh, that's funny. It got a bit more awesome now. Oh, you're so sweet. How you doing, Bugsy? Vanessa? Everybody just waiting for someone to deliver the keys? Everybody just waiting for someone to deliver the keys? Who's looking for them? Is anybody looking for the keys, or is everybody just waiting for someone else to get them? Yeah, you got the stamina. You should go look. Meanwhile, I guess I'll go deliver this gas to the car that still needs it. Of course, when I do this, they'll probably go find the keys right then and go off without me. She's got the stamina, she's got the clothes. Yeah, she's got good clothes too. I wish AJ had better clothes. She's got a few good outfits though. y'all are so sweet.
There. Got it.
There we go. This Jason is procrastinating. Sub then follow. That's right. You hadn't even followed yet and you subbed. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I wonder what's under here. Wouldn't it be cool if you could actually see what was under there if we angled the camera just right, see what's under that little sheet right here. We know it's a bird cage of some sort, so there's just no angle that it can be seen. I wish. There could be anything under that thing that the programmers just would have thrown in, you know. No way nobody could see it without a good camera hack. I'd put that exploding bird from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 in there. That thing was crazy. Remember that bird? And the dad gets all mad. He's like, "What'd you do, son? Was it firecrackers? I bet it was some damn M80s, wasn't it?" You know what it was? It was a goddamn cherry bomb. That's what he said. Oh. Thank you so much for the bits, Dukes. It's Jason pretending to be a lamp. That's hilarious. That's super awesome, Dukes. That's Roy, yeah. I'm sorry, your knife could not be completed as thrown. Please try again. Or dial your operator. You're really gonna set a trap down right in front of me? Like, oh, I don't see that there. Think you're playing offline bots, honey?
It actually worked.
Woo! So there's times I'm really hating AJ's stamina. I'll catch up to this car eventually. It's already been stopped by the time I got up to it. It's okay, Jason's gonna waste time going after Bugsy here, and well, Roy rather is gonna waste time. No, don't pay attention to me. You like fireworks, honey. Go, go, go!
I'm out of here.
Gonna get the extra person. They're gonna stop for the fourth person. So clutch. Decided to leave them. They've been stranded. To be honest, I can't blame them though. When you're in that car and he's right there, you can't wait for that last person. As long as you get a couple people out, that's all that matters. Let's see if the last one survives here. She decided to go under a bed. Oh. Now I'm not rooting for her as much. I'm gonna watch under a bed. I'd rather watch the outsides of these cabins. Watching this ocean would be more entertaining. It's like a live wallpaper. Watch under this bed, you know? Literally the most droll thing to watch. Now I'm rooting for Roy. Okay, she's out of the bed. Okay, no, I'm not rooting. Oh. My emotions are just going back and forth, you know? I don't know why they're hiding under a bed. It's like, you're Vanessa, you're the fastest character in the game. Just like outrun Jason forever. The Wonder Woman outfit, yeah, that's what her Halloween outfit. Super cute, isn't it? Yeah, that's Vanessa's awesome Halloween outfit.
Oh, Jason.
He ruined another bed. And an axe fell from it somehow, just randomly. The bed pooped out an axe. Of course, Roy doesn't have a mother. Or at least if she does, she doesn't support his murderous endeavors the way that Jason's mother does. Which is sad for Roy, right? He needs some kind of encouragement. He just goes out there and kills of his own accord. He doesn't even need his mother to encourage him. Still think he should hear the voice of his son screaming at him. Might as well change the pattern of my clothes. I get too droll watching the same pattern. Right? Roy is the worst. Like, it wasn't all those kids at that camp's fault that one of them was so psycho that he planted an axe in the guy's back. That was just that one guy. But to be fair, you know, if you drop a chocolate bar in some clothes, and then you keep offering half a chocolate bar to people. I mean, half a already eaten half, you know? He didn't break off half. He literally just, like, ate part of it and was offering it to people. So, he was bound to upset someone eventually. He just happened to cross the guy with the axe, sadly. That was a good movie, though, even though it gets, like, you know, a little bit of hate because it doesn't have actual Jason in it. I mean, that was the movie that had Demon in it, you know? That was awesome. You know, the great outhouse scene and the ooh baby scene. That was awesome. So I say part 5 was, you know, it was pretty good. Even if it was, you know, Roy instead of Jason, it was still really good. Plus you had Tommy when he was still really, like, nutso. You had really cool Tommy. It's like by part 6 he was pretty well, like, by that point, you know, he'd recovered from everything he'd been through mostly. Granted, he was going to go dig up a corpse. Okay, maybe he hadn't recovered all that much. He kind of recovered. He'd mostly put it all behind him. Mostly. But sadly for that guy from Welcome Back Kotter that went with him to Jason's grave, he hadn't put it all behind him entirely. Oh right, yeah, Halloween 3 without Michael Myers, yeah. Night of the Witch. Nobody liked that one. That one was weird. And in some ways, Part 5 was still better than Part 9 as far as movies where you don't see a whole lot of, like, what you're used to seeing of Jason. In Part 9, it's obviously Jason's spirit that's, you know, going in between bodies or whatever. And in a way, part 5, it's almost like Jason's, you know, murderous spirit is overtaking Roy in a way, if you think about it in a certain way. Because obviously the camp's got that death curse and everything. So clearly, you know, there's something going on there that's more than just Roy being psycho imitates Jason. Plus, Roy took a lot of damage in that movie. Not as much as Jason could, but he took a bit. I mean, you have Reggie the Reckless and that little bulldozer at one point. I remember in the forums they were talking about wanting to add Reggie the Reckless. And then, of course, it brought up that discussion about whether or not it would be immoral to have, like, a kid character in this kind of game, where you'd have to watch kids get killed. And, of course, you know, others were suggesting, well, why don't they just have him grow up to be a teenager or an adult and, you know, have him in there in that way? Which, you know, that would have been cool, too, because it would have been a callback to a character from the movies. But obviously, one of the reasons that they didn't do that back then was because they knew even back then that they were still kind of teetering on legal gray matter. That's why not all of these counselors are directly based off of the ones that they're based off of. Mitch is loosely based off of the Part 3 guy that was a stoner. Victoria's loosely based off of the girl in Part 7, who was a total bitch. The one who gets the axe to the head and thrown into the lab. Jason X is the edgiest, the title gives it away. True. Jason X was good. It actually, like, you know, it gets a bad, like, reputation for being kind of corny, and it was a little corny, but it was like Jason in space. That's what it was supposed to be. It was a little corny. You know, I mean, it's like Alien. You have nowhere to run because you're in space, and that makes it a little scary in its own way. Kind of like Jason Takes Manhattan. There he's on a boat, and you got nowhere to run because you're on a boat. I mean, you could try to swim away, but obviously Jason's going to swim faster. In space, you got nowhere to run because, you know, there's nothing out there but outer space. You would just float, you know, indefinitely to your death. Probably listening to Space Oddity by David Bowie, you know, because why not? I mean, if you're going to float in outer space, that's the way to go. Ground control to Major Tom, right? Yeah, it was a shame we didn't get the Jason X map. It's Reckless Ridge. See, I was just talking about Reggie the Reckless, and you can see that this particular area in the game is the one that was named after Reggie the Reckless. Like, everything on here was named after something. Grab this frying pan. It's actually better than the pipe as far as it's done anyway. Could you imagine them actually using a frying pan on Jason in the movie? That would have been so ridiculous looking. Like, you know, frying pan to the face on Jason. I guess if it was a hot frying pan, that would hurt though, you know? Oh yeah, that's bored about. What am I doing? Yeah, a hot frying pan to the face would definitely be painful. Is this the barn that has anything in it, or is this the, yeah, this is the useless one, isn't it? Most of the times there's a gun in here, let's see. There it is. But it's not the one that has the battery spawning in it, obviously. That's the one that spawns, like, the barn that's in the middle of the map on that one map. It's like how there's two maps that have a graveyard. One map has a graveyard that has stuff in it. One map has a graveyard that has absolutely nothing. The one that has stuff in it, though, has a first aid spray and an axe every time. Like, you can count on it. Having it, I just don't know why I went back in that house. That's where I spawned. You can count on it having a first aid spray and an axe. One graveyard. The remake was pretty good. I like the remake better than, well, the reboot, I guess you could say. They never really got successfully rebooted. I mean, they called it a reboot, but there was only one of them, so... At that point, is it even a reboot anymore, if there's only one? But the remake was pretty good. I liked it better than Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason was a little corny for me. Look at this little tiny pool table, too. This pool table is so tiny. It's just insane. I wish there was a way for the counselors to actually play pool, like in some of these matches where you're waiting forever for Jason to show up. Like when Jason's new, or he's just like AFK. Just have some counselors go over there and just play some pool. That would be fun. On the little miniature pool table. Literally, you'd have to be about 3 foot tall to use that thing. I think these have all been searched, right? Yeah. This room is awesome, by the way. This color, this like purple bluish thing, it's so nice. I would love to have that in my room. I do have a similar color, but not like that. I want that exact color. Mine's more like a Welch's grape juice kind of purple. That other one's like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just beautiful. Like an Aurora Borealis. See, the cops have been called. That kind of changes the tone of everything. Now I just need to find a map so I know which side they spawn on when they get here. Whenever the cops are called, it's like at that point, do you even really need to repair the car? Unless it's already halfway repaired. I have had times where I did, anyway. I had one time where everybody was waiting near the cops and I repaired the car, and Jason was over there attacking everybody at the cops, and I drove over there and picked up a few people and got out on the other side. He was still attacking him on the other exit side. That was pretty exciting. So yeah, there's some times where it's practical to drive a car once the cops have been called, but most of the time, once they've been called, you just wait near the exit. And if you don't have a map and you don't want to look for a map, or you don't think you'll be able to find one, just go where the other counselors are. Jason should be a feminist mascot. He doesn't discriminate, he doesn't care about your sex. True. I always thought that Jason was one of the more relatable killers, right? like nobody really relates to Pinhead, because nobody has pins in their head. I don't think anybody relates to Michael Myers, because he just, like, saw his sister's boobs one day and went crazy and started stabbing people, right? Like, I don't even understand the meaning behind that. And, you know, but, like, Jason, he was just this poor, misunderstood kid that was, you know, made fun of because of who he was, and so, like, we drowned because nobody cared, you know, to actually watch him. They were too busy having sex. And I could see, you know, that being relatable, you know? I mean, like, much more compared to, like, say, Freddy, who was, like, a pedophile who killed children. Like, okay. Like, you can't relate to that. I mean, Freddy was entertaining to watch, but he certainly wasn't relatable. Jason didn't kill children. He refused to. He had a chance to in part 6, and actually masochists relate to Pinhead somewhat, maybe. He had a chance to kill kids in part 6, and Jason's like, no, I don't do that. You know, it's like we had a chance to kill animals, and he didn't do it, which kind of makes Jason, you know, a little cooler, you know, because it's like, hey, he doesn't kill kids or dogs and cats. It's like, that's pretty much what I want from a killer. He's got his own little code. What is in here? I never actually took the time to look at what the little things are in here supposed to be, anyways. Does that say doggy style? No, it says doggy smile. That's embarrassing. Yeah, Jason's very relatable. You relate to him every time you see annoying teenagers. Hey, this is all set up. We just need keys. Doggy style, definitely. Wonder where they're gonna spawn. I really need a map so I know which side they're gonna spawn at. Or just to start following one of these counselors. Oh my god, I think Jason's AFK. Are you kidding me? He's killed 0 people? No, no way. I need to find his shack and just beat him with an axe for about 5 minutes. Where is his shack? I'm just so disappointed. I hate when you're like into a match and all of a sudden you realize, wait a second, Jason's not even like doing anything. Hey wait, I see his little icon over there. Is he actually moving? Is he stuck or something? He's blinking. Jason versus camp counselors at Crystal Lake is still the best setup. You don't like him killing random people, he's better than that. Yeah. Well, now he's moving. Well, he's moving, I just don't know if he really knows what he's doing. Interesting. I thought he was just standing there. When I say I don't think he knows what he's doing, I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing. This is what, like 10 minutes into the match and not even one person's dead. Ooh, I thought maybe he was stuck for a second there. Is Jason making me resident sleeper over here? I'll go over where they're at. Wonder, knowing this Jason's kind of AFK, if I should just swim it. Just go for a nice swim. He's not AFK, but he might as well be AFK. He's not doing anything. Of course his stamina goes away like so quick. Look at that. Like really? Like I get that they're not Michael Phelps or anything. But seriously. Like swimming for 2 seconds makes them that exhausted. Like what are they, smoking crack? Like, why is their body in such bad shape that they can't go for 2 seconds of swimming before they're that exhausted? Swimming into a rock. Like I said, don't do this at home, folks. Against any other Jason, this would be kind of suicidal. Look at the noise blips I'm making. But against this Jason... feel free to. You play against this guy. Counselors have gotten so much better. Playing Jason is very demoralizing, getting trolled all the time. Yeah, you gotta know, like, certain things to do. Like, you know, obviously, some combat stance and block, and I've seen some Jasons more effectively just turn around and start walking the other way when somebody's about to hit him with a bat. That works really well. When Jason's walking the other way, the momentum of the bat will never hit him. So if Jason turns around and just starts walking just for a split second the other way as somebody's about to hit him with the bat, then turns back around and grabs them, usually works. It's the exact opposite of what a counselor does when they're trying to hit Jason with the bat when he whiffs a grab. like the same thing, but, you know, different character, obviously. Up, Jason quit. I guess I should have seen that coming. That was uneventful. My gosh. I guess it was a chill match, though. It was a little too chill. Jason putting me to sleep. I can't wait to get into a better one with an actual Jason that's actually playing decently. So that I can wake up a little bit. Of course, something I already have a legendary of. I don't find Night Owl that useful. 'Cause it's like, yeah, you can reduce the fear levels you get from the dark, but in the end, the fear levels you get from Jason, they're still gonna be there. So, as far as fear perks go, I don't see them as being all that useful. Jason putting people to sleep permanently? Yeah, exactly. Like, in my opinion, the top 6 perks are like, well, the 3 you see that I'm using, obviously. Those would be up there. Medic, Hypochondriac, Thick Skin, and plus Sucker Punch, Swift Attacker, and Heavy Hitter. Those are, in my opinion, the 6 top perks of all time. Restful is also a good one. I'd add that to the top 7, you know. Restful's, you know, it's useful. Stamina is your lifeblood. Recharging stamina faster is always good, especially if you have high fear level, which makes it go slow anyway. So that's a good perk too. But other than those, I wouldn't recommend really any of the other perks in the game. I wouldn't say that they're worth a slot. Some would say Nerves of Steel is kind of useful, because if you're driving the car, I mean, I can see that being useful if you're going to drive the car and you're worried about your mini-map disappearing. But otherwise, you don't really need it for the mini-map disappearing, because you can just look at your big map if you need to. It only takes a second to glance at it and get an idea of where all the nearby cabins are, which is really all you need to know if you got Jason after you and you got high fear. You know, obviously, which way is the nearest cabin. Higgins Haven, famously the map from the beta.
Oh god, what am I gonna do?
Look at all these pipe wrenches. I don't want pipe wrenches. They're just laying around everywhere. Like, most useless weapon in the game. The only good thing about it is the sound it makes when you hit Jason, because it makes this metal on metal sound, like Jason's a Terminator or something. But obviously it has like one of the least stun chances, I think. Look, there's another one. Like, they're in every room. I don't want a pipe wrench. Like, worst weapon. It might be a little more effective if you threw it at Jason. Turned into a projectile, just threw it right at his head. Then I could see a pipe wrench being more useful. That'd be cool if you could throw weapons at Jason. You'd have to be accurate, obviously, but... And you would lose your weapon momentarily, but I think it would be worth it sometimes, especially with some of these crappier weapons. Somebody left this door open, they're gonna let flies in. The fuse! It's always good to find the fuse this early. As well as a map. It's a good match so far. Provided Jason doesn't quit out, it'll be amazing. Grab this flare gun. I mean to pick up this... Why am I picking that thing up again? There we go. As long as Jason and the host don't quit, this could be a good match. Okay. I was doing that weird thing. Look at her moving back and forth like this. This weird bug. You think Jason is having it hard as it is without people throwing crap at him? Yeah. It's still possible to get a good 7 or 8 out of 8 as Jason, as long as you know, are very careful around, like, say, Tommy and the Sweater Girl. And as long as you trap the right objectives. Play as part 2, I recommend. Always play as part 2. Because he has the most traps, so you can trap all the objectives, including his shack, which I recommend. I'm just gonna trap this thing this way. You can press right trigger to trap it this way instead of pressing down. But sometimes pressing down allows you to get a little closer, so that's why I do that usually first. But yeah, always trap the car, the fuse box, the shack, like everything when you're Jason. And when you go for shift grabs, always try to use the right bumper, or R1 if you're on PS4, and then kind of like go in front of them while moving the character backwards. So that basically you spawn right in front of them, and then just after that, you're ready to go. Try to get a good skill check roll here. Oh, some of these are so weak. I want one with at least 3 decent. There we go. Those are at least okay sized.
There. Got it.
I mean, if you're playing as someone like AJ, might as well be picky, right? Someone who can get decent sized ones. If I was playing, well, even if I was playing as someone like Tiffany or Vanessa, I'd still want to get ones that are at least not terrible. But obviously, as a repair character, you know, re-rolling the skill check is good. What's going on with Jason here? Jason? You okay, honey? You busy?
You want...
Jason's admiring the weather, I know, right? It's like RoboCop and RoboCop 2 where he's all, isn't the moon wonderful tonight? And Lois is all, it's still daytime. It's like, it's the thought that counts. What a lovely night for killing kids. You saw how close I came to walking in my own trap here? I want you all to take a sigh of relief at the same time I do right now. Because that was scary. Actually, that was a gasp and not a sigh. The exact opposite. I did literally the exact opposite. Seriously, that was... Like, I turned around and saw that. I was like, whoop! Just literally walked right next to the trap. This is a good area to loop Jason too, right here. Just around this thing right here, because there's nothing you can get caught on. Some areas you've got chairs you can get caught on, you've got all this stuff you can get caught on. But right here you can just keep going in circles, and you really can't get caught on anything. So when you've got Jason coming after you, this is a good area to loop. This time I did step in it. It's so funny. Look at the bat! Did you see the bat? The bat was still in it. That was hilarious. And yeah, I've got thick skin, so it doesn't matter. See, I'm okay. That's the great thing about thick skin. Is you can step in the traps, and you can still survive. Without limping, anyway. I hate limping. Limping in this game is, you know, tantamount to death. You don't want to limp. If you're limping, your strategies become very limited. At that point, there's only window trolling. And if you're close enough to Jason that you can kind of go circles around him so he can't grab you, there's that. Which requires some pretty precise timing, but I've done it for a while one time. Okay. Yeah, I guess you don't want that limp either.
Is that a person?
Absolutely. Like, look at this Jason. This whole night has been some of those strangest Jasons so far. Of course, I'm playing as AJ with her minimal stamina, and I gotta make it to the exit here. Mitch's shack is over here or something. Maybe not.
Fuck you!
Fudge off, Jason. Fudge off.
Anyone!
Thanks for the spray, honey. Super appreciated. still watching behind me because I'm not going to let him get her after she just saved me. Like that. Go back there and get him if he tries. Did she get my bat? She got my bat, okay. She's got my bat. I'll just dance my way out of here. Bye-bye, Jason. He's gonna get trolled. Go home, Jason. You're drunk. You've had too much. Now I get to come back as Tommy. Oh, this is funny. Look at the floating gun. Have floating gun will travel. Reads the card of a man. Is he still over there getting shot by the— Whoa! Well, hi. Guess I'll get in. Only because they stopped for me. I didn't want them to get, like, killed because they were stopped for me. Otherwise, I would have liked to have stayed there and maybe troll Jason for a little while, but... I'll just escape again, then. We'll give Jason a break. Jason will never be scary again, getting trolled left and right. Yeah, no, exactly, right?
All done now, Jason. Your job is through.
Kind of like what happens to Freddy on Dead by Daylight sometimes. Though I'm pretty good as Freddy on Dead by Daylight. I hear a lot of people say he's nerfed, and he is kind of nerfed, but sometimes you can do pretty good with Freddy on Dead by Daylight. Oh yeah, I love this game. I played this game before I played DBD, even though I know DBD came out first, obviously. But this game has a special place in my heart. And always will. Nintendo Friday the 13th will too. Like Jeremy Blaustein, the guy that does the transliterations between the Japanese and English games for Konami. He saw that I had the Retro Jason, you know, the Nintendo, almost said Nightmare on Elm Street, the Nintendo thing on there, on my Twitter, and he sent me a little tweet about it one time because I liked one of his tweets, and so that was kind of cool because it's like, it's Jeremy Blaustein. You always see his name mentioned in Konami games. He's always like an Easter egg here or there. Since he's the translator, you know, he'll always put his name in somewhere. Like in Snatcher and Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill.
In the fuck is happening?
There's a battery. There's like always a battery in this one particular bar. Oh, fudge.
There. Got it.
Making a mistake is AJ's embarrassing. Let's check and see if they grabbed the gun in here. They did. Either that or the gun didn't spawn. Which happens sometimes too. It's an RNG thing. Happens like 50-50. Maybe more like 80-20, because I'd say it's more often that the gun spawns than it doesn't. I would say. Whoa! Gosh, surprised I didn't break both my legs. Did I just like jump all the way from up there to down here? If this were Fallout, I'd be dead right now. I'd be playing that sound, that music. That real sad Fallout dying music. On here I noticed they can fall pretty much any distance and it never really hurts them. You don't take fall damage at all in this game, which is probably a good thing, because there's sometimes you'll be like jumping off the top of a rock. Or something like that, you know. One of these things up here. You'll be chased by Jason and then something like that'll happen. And you'll just be perfectly fine. Hi Bugsy. Vanessa. Oh my gosh, she's in here too. There's a bat. Part 9 with the stun resistance. Which means even if we do smack him with a bat, he won't be stunned for too long. He was right in front of me there. And still somehow missed that grab. I don't even know how he still missed that grab with me like right there. Am I holding a pipe? I'm holding a friggin' pipe. It was so dark I thought I grabbed a bat. I'm like holding a friggin' pipe. I hate the pipe. It's like worst weapon. Thanks, Bugsy. This is why trolling Jason with randoms is risky. Things like that happen. You gotta know if you're gonna troll Jason, then when you inevitably do get grabbed, somebody's gonna have your back. Unless you're trolling him around like a couch or something, in which case... Need anybody there, just... You have to make sure that when you're down to quarter stamina to jump out the window and go to a different cabin, things like that. Yeah, she just realized she's going into a dead end. The best place to go. Although possibly a good hiding spot in a way, because, you know, as long as you don't lock the door, Jason won't know that there's any reason to check there. If you lock it, then he'll see the little lock symbol and he'll know. But if it's not locked but still closed, I wouldn't think to look there in many cases. It's always a locked door you look for when you're Jason. Do I have a favorite?
Is that
Between AJ and Fox, I'd say. They're very similar characters, in a way. It's just that Fox has more strength and AJ has more stealth. But otherwise, their stats are pretty similar. Victoria's also really good. Victoria's like a great troll counselor because her bats never break really that quickly because she's got like 8 luck. So she's a lot like playing as Chad, who has, you know, high luck and his bats don't break too quickly, so he can just keep sitting there smacking Jason indefinitely. Probably AJ, because AJ's so versatile. If I was to say one counselor, definitely AJ, because she can repair. Her stamina's not terrible, but it's still better than Deborah's. And you know, she's got a little bit of everything.
No, stop!
Vanessa's a great character too if you're just gonna like troll Jason and lure him around. She doesn't have the best repair, so she's more just like Tiffany for just trolling Jason, luring him around little things and going in loops and stuff until the time limit goes out, which is another way to win, you know. Of course, you can repair as Tiffany or Vanessa, but it's just not recommended. It's really easy to make noise as them, in which case Jason comes and kills you. But they both have such awesome speed and stamina that it usually makes them pretty good at escaping from Jason. But it could also make it tempting to just waste all that stamina too, because you have so much of it. The key to playing someone like Vanessa is to use the stamina carefully, even though you've got a plenty, you know, amount of stamina to use. You know, don't always run, for example. You know, use the right bumper to look behind you and see when he's close. Run then, run when he's shifting. But otherwise, you know, you don't have to. Well, when I play as a character like AJ, I just like to go for repairing everything and trying to escape as soon as possible. Like, sometimes you can escape for the first 3 minutes as someone like AJ or Deborah, who has that, who have that high repair like they do. They both stumbled at the exact same time. You see that? They both stumbled at the exact same time. I don't ever see that happen. Yeah, I alternate between AJ and Fox depending on whether I'm thinking of repairing or just trying to knock off Jason's mask. And, you know, try to kill Jason. Which with randoms can be, you know, iffy. A lot of the times they'll mess something up. Like the Tommy that tried killing him recently with the bat. Or sweater girls that try using the sweater when Jason's mask is still on, which is never good. These crickets are way too peaceful.
Please no!
It's the amazing door that you can just kind of like walk right through. It'd be cool if they had that in the future, holographic doors. Like you think there's a door there and you walk through, it's whoop, there's no door there.
Fuck you!
Like who needs the Jason X map? We've already got the future right here with these doors that you just walk right through.
Why won't you fucking die?
You're not even sure if Jason even stands a chance if counselors are played by people who coordinate and know what they're doing? Yeah, there's times I wonder about that too. I mean, there's times where it seems like the counselors have a little bit of an advantage over Jason. His new grab probably, you know, the actual time it takes for him to recover from it is a little long. But at the same time, I love how long it is because it makes it so easy to stun him. It can be so fun when you're playing as Counselor, but not fun if you're playing as Jason, obviously. It's like certain things to remember is like Jason's block, it actually has a 360-degree radius. So if you're blocking as Jason and the counselor tries to hit you from behind, it's still not going to work for them. Eventually they'll break their weapons trying to hit you while you block, and it still builds up his rage while at the same time not breaking the weapons, so...
Damn it! Just
always
die!
block as Jason if you can. It takes a second to go into combat stance and then block though. So if you can't block, then try to evade by dodging the other direction. Jason's definitely had to be a lot craftier now than they used to be.
Fuck you!
Being a Jason used to be very chill because you knew that you could get all the kills just so easily. But now you have to be more focused, you have to make sure you trap the right objectives. Make sure you don't go after groups, you know, go after the ones that are separated from the groups. If they're in groups, then they'll just knock them free when they grab you. When you grab them, I mean. So, there's just little things you have to do. Hit the power boxes too. Totally recommend doing that. Like start with trapping all the objectives, and the second thing you do is hit all the power boxes and then go after everybody. Hitting the power boxes will put them all on a higher fear level, which makes them much easier to pick off because they'll be stumbling more. A stumbling victim is an easy to kill victim. Another thing to always do is if they're climbing through a window, throw a knife. Save your knives for when they're climbing through windows. Aside from, you know, the fact that you could kill them that way, depending on if they're in limping state or why not, you know. It's also a way to cancel their window climbing animation, which gives you a chance to grab them. So those are just some little tips I have for playing Jason. And of course using the right bumper to use your shift. You know, R1 on the PS4, right bumper on Xbox. Because that lets you control so much better. And manually exiting shift rather than waiting for it to end on its own is also usually a good idea. Sometimes it takes a little while for shift to end on its own and it's not at the right time that you want it to. Yeah, some things like that, though, you saw right there, is pretty unavoidable for Jason. When he's coming around a corner like that, it's the best time to take advantage of him with something like a flare gun or a bat. If you're waiting outside the house and he's coming out right out the door, it's a good time to smack him. Out of his peripheral vision, just pop out of nowhere. Of course, this is part 9, so no matter how much they smack him, it doesn't matter. He's just gonna get stunned for small periods rather than long ones. One thing about part 9 is when they do knock his mask off, you see what his face, looks like based on the developer's vision of it, but they obviously couldn't have anything to go by because his mask was never knocked off in part 9. You never really get to see what's under there in part 9.
No!
Jason Goes to Hell was certainly a weird movie. Like, the lead actor in there, the protagonist, was played by the same guy who was in the Friday the 13th TV show, which, other than that, had absolutely no connection to the movies. Well, other than that, and the fact that the people who did the movies were also behind the show. Otherwise, like I said, no connection. I mean, they didn't have Jason in the show. He's doing that thing again. Look, his head's sticking out of the car while he drives. Look at this. It's hilarious. He's got a sunroof. He's got a sunroof. Look at Bugsy go! What? Oh, the bugs in this game. I thought they patched that one. People used to be able to do this and it was like an awful exploit. And it was one of the reasons I stopped playing for a while because I was so annoyed at people gliding around sitting down like this. It's been so long since I've seen it, it's almost funny again though. Gliding around on his ass. In the future, they're gonna have things you just glide around like that, you know? You won't see them. It'll just be like a floating hoverboard that goes under your ass and you're just floating around. And it just looks like you're floating in midair. Just like that. Oh my god. This must be Bugsy in the wheelchair, like in the solo challenges.
Okay, all set. Time to get out of here.
Tommy's like, hold up, guys. I know I said I came here to save everyone, but I kind of want to go too. Look at Tommy's face. He's like, you know what? I decided I don't care about fighting Jason.
Help! Oh god!
I just want to go.
Help! Oh god!
Ah!
Yep, I think he lost his mask.
Please no!
Part 9's face is so crazy looking.
Why won't you fucking die?
It's like basically a skull. You can't patch Bugsy, his name prevents it. That's true, Judge Buell, that's true.
Did you like that, asshole?
I guess the match ran to the time limit. I thought maybe Jason quit at first.
It's all done
Still
now,
showing up as
Jason.
being in there, so...
Your job is through. Return to mommy.
I didn't think 20 minutes had passed already. I guess it goes pretty quick on this game now. Time does tend to fly on this game, with the matches all taking around 20 minutes and always being really interesting. It's Pinehurst. Thy map of the rainbow blood. Remember that game Blazing Dragons back in the day? It like had Cheech Marin in there. Is it Cheech Marin or Cheech Marine? I'm pretty sure on Family Guy I heard it pronounced Cheech Marine one time, but there's no E at the end, right? But anyways, it had Cheech Marin or Marine or whatever in there, and he's like a dragon. It's like a point and click game. I really liked that game. It was a cute game back in the day. It had a really cool art style. It was kind of like hand-drawn. I always liked hand-drawn games. It's very different from pixel art. Pixel art's good too. Hey Luke, it's good to see you, honey. Hope you had a good day at work. Hope you didn't get burned. Hope you're having an awesome day. I know you usually tend to get burned at your job.
Did anyone else get away?
Yeah, I hope you're having an awesome day, Luke. These little lamps don't give off much light, you know what I mean? Like, imagine being in the dark and that's all you've got. Fudge that. Absolutely fudge that. You started at 6 a.m. till 4 p.m. today, so you've been on a night out. You're majorly drunk. Still well behaved, don't worry. Okay, hon. This sounds interesting. I hope you have a good time. Like I said, drinking, when I used to drink, it was a mixed thing, you know? Sometimes I had a good time. Sorry for real slow replies. That's okay, hun. I mean, I remember sometimes drinking would make me happy back when I drank, and sometimes it would make me super depressed. It was really all about how I was feeling at the time, I guess. It kind of accentuates your emotions somewhat. Just emphasizes whatever you're feeling.
No, 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 no.
Might as well check this house too, why not? I'm awesome. Thank you so much, Luke. That's so sweet. I hope you're not just being drunk right now and you really mean that. Either way, it's still sweet. Even if it was the alcohol talking, it would still be sweet. I'll take it. Turtle pond. Oh, well that's good to hear, honey. No alcohol. Might as well trap that house too, why not? Is Jason doing anything this round? I think he is. Finally we have a Jason that's actually killing people. We had some interesting matches the last few rounds, to say the least.
Is that
There's a flare gun there. A flare
person?
gun there.
Is
what a person, honey?
is that a person?
I don't know. I don't see anybody. What person? Is there a body under the bed? No. So the bed would be destroyed. There's no person there. We're just pulling a prank. Anyway, is that Jason's shack right there? Sometimes it spots over in this little crevice. And then sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. There it is. Is Jason still home? Tommy's still in the match, so... I'm gonna wait for my stamina to get up before I walk in here. Never walk into Jason's shack with no stamina. Unless you're suicidal. Yeah, if Tommy wasn't still in the match, I wouldn't have bothered. We still have to get his mask
Why
off.
won't you fucking die?
She got a spray here.
Please! Anyone!
That's the only thing about grabbing the sweater, it makes you a huge target, especially if you're by yourself. Yeah. Tommy and Jenny were just off doing their own thing. Tommy's trying to repair the car. Yeah, it's a legit thing, I guess, for Tommy to do. He doesn't always have to kill Jason, I guess. Still annoying when you're trying to, and Tommy's over there just doing his own thing. I like the little bonk on the head here, and a little bonk on the top of the head. That was just Tommy, all dressed up and no one to save. Good job, Tommy. Everybody's dead. GG. Maybe next time, don't even bother coming here, Tommy. You get a call for a counselor asking for help. Just stay at home with your gun with one bullet. It is weird how Tommy's a little bit like Barney Fife, and then his gun has one bullet. In a way, it's almost like Barney Fife shows up and tries to save him from Jason. Hey, Westside Perp, hope you're having an awesome day. I'm just streaming Friday the 13th as always. This is my main game forever. Till the day that they shut the servers down. Not that there really are any dedicated servers, but till the day that nobody can ever play it, put it that way. You see me? Yeah, I was playing a little bit of Walking Dead earlier too, though didn't get as many viewers on that because I think a lot of people don't want it spoiled for them, you know, obviously. That's the kind of game a lot of people just want to play the first time themselves.
Help! Oh God!
Oh, I love it when you come by too, honey. Tommy's got 9 minutes to just juke Jason indefinitely here. Thank you so much for the follow, Dying Big Fish 2. Hope you're having an awesome day. And look, not many people have quit out of this match. Maybe like 3 of them have, but that's not actually too bad, considering usually as soon as somebody dies in this game, they immediately quit out, right? Anytime there's a lobby where people stay together like that, I usually assume that instantly means that they're playing together, since most of the time they would just quit out otherwise. Look at Tommy over here hiding. He's hiding next to an urn. Looks like the urn's gonna fall too. Look at that urn. It's just floating. Look at that urn. Like whoever's ashes that is, they're not being protected very well. All it's gonna take is somebody to sneeze or like maybe even fart too hard, and that thing's just gonna hit the floor, and that's it. Oh, he stepped in a trap. Oh, poor Tommy. And that was all she wrote. That trap was it.
It's all done now, Jason. Your job is through. Return to Mommy.
You know, if Jason's mother was like 2 feet tall and had 4 wooden legs instead of 2, she'd look pretty much the exact same as she does now. If you think about it the right way, his mother's head's kind of like Wilson from Castaway. Except, you know, I'm sure Wilson was a better conversationalist. I'm sure Wilson didn't tell people to kill him, you know. That would have been interesting. Wilson had told Tom Hanks, oh yeah, as soon as you get back, you find that wife of yours is gonna run off with Chris Noth indefinitely, and, you know, you put her head on his dashboard. But of course, that wasn't the meaning of Castaway. The meaning of Castaway was that FedEx is a really cool company. No, it was actually about loneliness or something. I think we've all had times where we felt a little bit like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Times when we were a little lonely. I think we've all had times we felt like Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump, too. Times we did something a little derpy and... But, you know, Forrest Gump accomplished some really great things. Even despite, you know, his limitations. And yes, I'm aware it's a fictional character. If you ever read the book, actually, the book Forrest Gump was a lot more rough. Like, he was like a wrestler, and he just doesn't sound as happy about life. He sounds more cynical and jaded than... Like, in the movie, Forrest Gump just seems to have this beautiful vision of life, you know? It just makes you happy. In the book, he just sounds so pissed off all the time. It's like, really? It's the same guy? Like, what am I looking at here? What am I reading? Instead of being into ping pong, he was a wrestler in the book. Yeah. I was always a good fan of those movies. All Tom Hanks movies, that is. Castaway, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13.
Oh god, what am I gonna do?
One of these days I'm gonna meet him and be like, I watched Castaway 10,000 times. And he'll be like, okay. Like, please stay away from me, as far away as you can go. So he would say it in that awesome voice he has. Hey, an early game map is always good. He's getting ready to check out that house, so I'm just gonna here. Oh, Jason's over there. Hey, look, guys, I'm being really discreet. He won't save you over here. Kappa. And they left the door open. And he flies in, and mice and bats and rats and whatever. All kinds of stuff. Oh, and of course Jason too. You know. It's always off-putting when that does happen. Because someone left the door open, because you're used to hearing him hit the door, right? So you don't have that sound cue. And if Jason had stalked, he can just walk in right there and just completely surprise you. Which is a pretty good way to do it if you're Jason. And someone's in the house with the door open. None of the objectives are being completed yet. I'll check this barn up here, see if there's a battery in a second. Now that my stamina's back. And he's right up there. Battery's not here this time. Always worth checking. Speaking of which, I wonder if they've managed to grab the gun out of here. Yes, I guess they have, because this door's open, which means that's probably been searched from top to bottom already. More than likely, anyway. I guess I can still go here since I'm already here. Well, I say that, and then look, there's already a drawer that somebody missed. So, there's an example of why it's worth checking out. Granted, there was nothing in the drawer, but you know. They had no way of knowing that. Whoever was in here last. That closet, on the other hand, they do have a way of knowing, because there literally is never anything inside of that. It's just an empty closet all the time right there. Like literally the most useless room in the game. That one in a A few of the bathrooms that don't have anything. Some of them have first aid sprays. Some never have it. Oh, Chad, you would. Hey, Tommy. Good timing, honey. Good timing. I'll stick with you for a second. And Chad, bad timing. Bad timing, bad timing. Sometimes staying in group is not the best thing. Or AJ. Tommy's over here hiding. Next to his floating wood. Tommy, why do you have floating wood? That was interesting. Usually you don't see that camera angle of what the inside of that looks like. It's not gonna go well for Tommy, obviously. Don't know what his plan was there. I mean, it never works hiding in this game. There's only one scenario where you can get away with hiding, and that's if you're in a building with other counselors. Because then Jason will go after them, and he'll just assume that the reason Sense went off was because they were in the house. Of course, if he still checks the house afterwards with Sense just to be sure, then you're still screwed. First, depending on how late it is in the match, whether or not it starts showing hiding people. Once you get to his rage mode, though, definitely screwed. Then you even see the little outhouses and stuff lit up in red, which looks hilarious. Yeah, this is one of the better Halloween outfits, for sure.
Is that a dead body? Holy shit, is that a dead body?
Vanessa's and Deborah's are definitely my favorites. AJ's is pretty good too with a little skeleton thing. Chappa with his wrestling outfit is also not too bad. It's not much to look at though. I don't want to ever see LeChappa in that wrestling outfit. It's funny to think that's somebody who actually paid to put their likeness in the game. They're like in a little wrestling outfit, half naked in the game.
Okay, all set. Time to get out of here.
This is an interesting route right here.
Help! Oh, God!
Not sure exactly what route they were taking, but... It was interesting. Always gonna go use her death as a distraction. Or maybe not. He realized he didn't have enough time because he went for the window kill. Yeah, if it had been a longer kill, he could have, for sure. That would have been the thing to do. But that was this quick kill. The window kills right up there with the head punch and the choke. As far as really quick ones.
Mommy is proud of you, Jason. But it's time to come home now.
It's like, why is that a tip, you know? I mean, nobody ever uses flare guns for that anyways. Mostly just for shooting Jason and stunning him. Granted, they can also be used to spot Jason, but yeah. I don't imagine many people are just looking at their maps. Oh, let's see if somebody spotted Jason. Yeah, there he is. Better just to shoot him with this.
I can't believe he killed them.
He's not the Loch Ness monster. It's not a big deal to spot him. You see him on your mini-map anyways, and he's close enough. So... I guess in real life it would be a big deal to spot him. If it happened in real life, absolutely. If you saw Jason in real life, you know, I wouldn't ask him for an autograph. Anyone who could punch my head off with one shot, I generally avoid. That's also someone you wouldn't want to play like poker with or anything that, you know, someone could get mad about playing with you. I thought maybe he was doing a spawn kill there, but maybe he was actually just working on something. There must have been a fuse house over there, because he was just over there, and that's usually the first thing they trap, so that would explain why he was over there. I don't have the fuse yet anyways, but now I know where to look for the house anyway.
Is that a person?
Yeah, what we seem to have here is a Deborah that committed suicide. Judging by the way her breasts are bouncing, I would say the suicide happened sometime in the last 5 minutes. And she apparently took her life using a bear trap. And yes, I don't know why when they die their breasts turn into jello on this game. Oh, I didn't get to check those drawers. Unfortunate. Really, Jason? You missed that knife? I'm walking like a straight line, honey. Like, really, that one shouldn't have been a miss. Oh, someone did check those drawers. Embarrassing. I'm so dark I couldn't even see. Hi, Deborah. Got the battery, huh? I got the key, so... How completed it? Oh, okay. If you're taking that thing to the two-seater, we're just gonna get the heck on out of here, then. I still don't have the map. Oh yeah, this is the map where you have to go all the way around, basically clockwise, and then go south. I still remember the way out, even without the map though, so it's all good.
Is that a person?
Yeah, it's like your doppelganger, Deborah. Look at her. Just laying there. All dead. She's even wearing the same clothes. No, not the same clothes. It's close. It's close. It's a similar design. Put the battery in, honey. We can get the fudge out of here.
I think I put that on right.
Sorry, Tommy. You're a hero. You're supposed to actually stay behind.
I'm out of here.
He's over there blinking his light. Doesn't anybody want to kill Jason with me? Go in front of my car, honey, and you find out. She's here. I didn't even see him like shifting. She had a pocket knife, good. Hi, Jason. Wow, honey, you really gotta work on your knife game. Again, I was like standing still. That's weird. It looked like I was going through the door, and then all of a sudden I was going through the window. What's going on with the ping? Some kind of alternate reality here. I don't know why I like standing on that thing. I guess I'll close this door for all the good it does. Gives you about a whole half a second that it takes for Jason to break down that particular door. It's like impossible to get into the thing from this angle now. From any angle. How the heck am I gonna get in that thing? Like you can't get into the driver's side door. It's completely bugged now. I wish there was a way to change seats from in here, but you can't. It makes sense if you could, right? I mean, in real life you could. So silly. I blame that on the game being stupid. Not letting me get in the freaking driver's side. I would have had time there while he was distracted with that.
You've done your job well. and Mommy is pleased. Come home, sweetie.
I like the name General Spoopy. That's cute. Savage Sock is pretty good. Okay. Lost the host.
So you were married before?
Having sex was more important. I want you all to know something. Having sex was more important. He was 10 years old yesterday. Having sex was... Mommy.
Mrs. Voorhees, what's going... What are you doing?
Real? I think I put that on right.
There's a battery right up there. Then we just need the keys and we'll be all set. I need a good stamina recharge. She's not exactly the Energizer Bunny. Needs her little break every now and then.
I hope I'm doing this right.
Hey, someone dropped their gun. So he was making a little bit of noise over there. Trying to get the heck away from there. Jason looked a little confused there from the mini-map. Here's the fuse. That's always good. Always sucks when you find it and then Jason's like after you the next second though. You didn't even get the chance to install it. Or look for the fuse house to install it. Well, I guess we can assume that house was searched pretty thoroughly by Speedo Chad. The sound he makes when he vaults in is pretty funny. I mean, it's gotta hurt. He's just vaulting his balls over that little windowsill in the Speedos. He doesn't have really anything else on.
We need your help. Jason is killing us. We need your help. 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 Please, someone.
This guy over here just passed out drunk. That's my story, anyway. I know that he got killed in the beginning, but I like to believe he just passed out drunk. What the heck? Oh. That explains it. It would explain it. Walking so slow, I'm actually recharging stamina. Imagine walking so slow in real life that you're actually, like, gaining your stamina back. You're actually relaxing from it. Like, at this speed, you can walk and still get your stamina. It would take you forever to go places, but you would have technically unlimited stamina. Oh my gosh, there's cars everywhere. Insane. Both of the cars are up and running. I love when that happens, you know? It's when you have a lot of repair characters that actually do their jobs. Oh, that was close. In this case, 3 AJs. As usual, you don't want to be riding in the car with Chad. I think I chose the right car to go in. For sure. And here, it's kind of supernatural stuff. Chad's doing his best Lord of Illusion imitation. I like how Jason turned as he fell there. I love when he spins and falls at the same time. Those are the best little falls.